Good morning friends, once again I welcome all of you to my one more episode of English grammar, that is letter writing, about how to write letters effectively. Now there are different formats, of letter. Which format should we choose when we are writing a letter? Now what is a letter? First let us understand and after that we will go ahead. What is a letter? We will try to understand and after that we will go ahead. Earlier there was no mean of communication. Earlier, there were hardly any means of communication. People, they used to convey their messages, through letters. They used to write letters and they used to convey their messages through letters. Now, because of change in the communication system, it has changed. But still, letter writing is effective medium of conveying your message. If you want to apply for a job, if you want to take a leave, if you want to go for any other means, letter is very important. So what should be the format of letter? We will understand first. There are two ways of writing letter. One is American format, that is American style of writing a letter. Another is British, which is also called traditional way of writing a letter. Now let us see what is a letter format. Suppose this is the page. This is the page of your paper. The American style follows the method of writing everything on the left hand side. American style follows the letter should be written on the left hand side, not the right hand side. So what should be there in the letter? So in American style, everything should be written on the left hand side. And you should write what? The sender's address. First we will write in the letter sender's address. Here it refers to sender's address, a person who writes a letter, sender's address. And after a gap of line, you will be writing what? Date. After a gap of line, you will be writing date. After a gap of line, you will be writing what? Receiver's address. So this is receiver's address. You will be writing receiver's address. Now receiver is the person. Receiver is the person to whom you will address the letter. To whom you will address the letter. And after receiver's address, there will be subject. What will be there? There will be subject. And subject should not exceed the word limit of 6. Your subject should not exceed the word limit of 6. It should be written only in 6 words. And subject is a simple or unique way of telling what will be there in your main body of the letter. Immediately after reading the subject, the person should come to know what are you going to talk about in your main body of the letter. So it should be simple but attractive. It should convey the message of your letter. And after subject, there should be salutation. After a gap of line, there should be salutation. In formal letter, it will be sir or madam. It will be either sir or madam. Write dear sir or madam. There is no need to mention dear sir or madam in formal letter. Generally, sir means respect. Madam means giving respect to someone. Not respected sir and not respected madam. So after salutation, there will be a gap of a line, and after that you will be writing main body of the letter. Your main body of the letter will be there. So main body of the letter, MBL, there should be 3 paragraphs. Now what you need to write in these 3 paragraphs? In first paragraph, you are going to highlight why are you writing a letter, the reason to write a letter. And in the second paragraph, you will let that person know the main issue of the letter, the main reason of the letter. You will highlight yourself first and then along with the issue which you are going to discuss afterwards. And then in the third paragraph, you will come out with the conclusion. And this conclusion means what actions will be taken by that person. What will be the response of the person. First, you will highlight the reason, then you will discuss that, and finally, your conclusion will be there. How that matter should be handled or what will be the result of discussing in the 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph, the reason. Second, you will be discussing the paragraph. And third, the conclusion. It will be followed by a conclusion, whereas you are going to highlight the issues and what will be the response of that person. So the main body of the letter should be written well. Many students, they get less marks because they don't focus on the main body of the letter. The reason should be properly highlighted later, and after that the reason should be discussed thoroughly, and what outcome will be there, that is the conclusion of the letter, should also be highlighted. Then after main body of the letter there should be a gap of the line. You can also mention your greetings. Okay, the greetings should be mentioned here. Okay, greetings will generally be written as thank you, not thanking you. Thank you should be your greetings. Okay, you should say thank you for greeting, and after greeting the last point which is there, that is called complimentary closing. That is called complimentary closing. Complimentary closing. Now what is complimentary closing? Complimentary closing is nothing but your subscription. That is, we generally write yours faithfully, and yours sincerely. You write yours faithfully or you write yours sincerely. Now, while writing yours faithfully and sincerely, many students also make mistake. Make sure that there should not be apostrophe here. You are not separating your with an apostrophe and s. What a clarity here. So yours should be written without any apostrophe and y should be capital, and the next letter of faithfully, f should be small or yes should be small. So your complimentary closing will be yours faithfully, yours sincerely. Yours faithfully, yours sincerely. So when you are writing the letter, you need to consider all these essential points. Now look at this American style. Everything is written on the left hand side. So in American style of letter, everything will be written on the left hand side. Now as compared to traditional or the British style. Okay, now when we see the traditional or British way of writing a letter, there is some difference. A little difference is there, not so much difference. Traditional or British letter, we will be writing sender's address on the right hand side, whereas in American style we have written it on the left hand side, but here it will be on the right hand side, and date will also be written here on the right hand side, and after that your receiver's address will be written here on the left hand side, that is receiver's address. Then after this what will be there? There will be subject as usual, subject will be there. Then after subject your salutation will be there. Make sure that you should not write salutation first and after that subject. Subject should be written first and after subject salutation should be there, and subject should not exceed the word limit of 6 words. Okay, this is very important for you to understand. Then after this what you need to do is your main body of the letter. After salutation what will be there? Your main body of the letter will be there, which will have 3 paragraphs. And these 3 paragraphs should be written very carefully with a lot of meaning, should convey your actual reasons and highlight that. Okay, and after that you will be writing your greetings. Okay, thank you. Your greetings should be written here. And greetings are written, okay, to thank someone. You are grateful of that person, so you should write thank you as your greeting. Then after that your complimentary closing will be again on the right hand corner. It will be on the right side. It is CC means complimentary closing. It will be written on the right hand side. Okay, now when you look at the traditional or British way of writing letter and American way of writing letter, only some changes are there. Okay, that is sender's address and complimentary closing along with the date will be written on the right hand side, and rest of the details will be as it is. Rest of the details will be as it is. It is very important for you to understand the format of a letter, because it is the difference of format which makes you impactful here and effective too. I hope by the end of this lesson you might have understood now how to write a letter. You can follow any pattern, you can follow any one of the patterns, there is no problem, but you should follow one correctly. There should not be mistakes, okay, the format is there, types of letters are there, and how to avoid the mistakes you need to know. Okay, thank you very much everyone for watching this video. Have a good day ahead.